Alright guys, we're going to talk about landers in this video. Now a lander is your float funnels pages, okay? And you're going to see when we're putting this all together what this looks like in the end. But you need to create a lander inside of Funnel Flux for each of your float funnels pages in your funnel. So if you have 3 steps in a rent-to-own funnel, for example, you might have RTO step 1 in float funnels, RTO step 2, and the RTO step 3. You would take the links for each of those 3 pages inside of float funnels, and you would create a lander for each of those pages inside of Funnel Flux, okay? Zeno from Funnel Flux is going to walk you through how to do that. So I'm going to stop talking, watch that video, and see how you can set up landers.
In this video, I'm going to go through adding landers to Funnel Flux Pro. So I'm assuming that you're using float funnels for this, and that's likely where you have your landers. So firstly in Funnel Flux, I'm going to go through to the landers section. Here you have categories, and you're free to make whatever categories you choose there. They're just for organization. When you go to create a new lander, you just have the lander name and the lander URL, as well as a redirect type, which would usually be on 301 or 307. I don't use this ultimate meta refresh for pages that you own. That will only hurt you. So here, what we need to figure out is, of course, a name, that's up to you, and the URL. So let's go over to Float Funnels first. Now, in Float Funnels, before you move much further, you should make sure your domain side of things is set up. So if you go to Domain Manager, here you should have custom domains and float hosting domains, and you want to link a domain here, right? Because you want your pages to be served on whatever domain you're using, probably this root domain here. I've already linked this. I won't go through that process because I'm sure it's handled and covered in the 123 Profit course, but yeah, I had this added and all sorted. So now if I go through to pages, to the best of my knowledge, your typical flow here is going to be question page 1, followed by question page 2, and then an opt-in page. I'm not using the exact pages you guys are using. I've just made some very basic placeholder templates to kind of explain the flow and the integration here. So don't follow me exactly, and don't judge me based on the very basic landing pages I have here. But what we want to do is add all of these into Funnel Flux so that we can actually build a funnel with them. So if I go through to question page 1 and edit it, here we should just first make sure it's published, right? So if I edit it and go to publish, I can choose to publish it on my domain that I'm using. So I'll do that first. You can see here it opens, and I have question page 1. So what I want is the URL there, which is just this. We don't want this as published as true. So I'm going to put here, and I'm going to call this 123 Profit question page 1. I'm going to save this. Okay, we can go back here. Let's see if we can get this from the page area directly. Question page 2. We can just go straight to view page, I suppose. You can see here this is not using the domain I want, right? So I should probably edit this and make sure it's published on the correct domain. Switch to this and publish. Okay, I'll take this URL again, create new, call this 123 Profit question page 2, put the URL here. You don't need to deal with anything in data passing or anywhere here. You don't need to pass data to your landers, so don't worry about that. Save. Now let's go back here. Let's find this opt-in page and edit that. Okay, and I'll publish this as well. Okay. There, and get this URL. Okay, and we'll call this 123 Profit opt-in page. Okay, by the way, with that default, you set it here in settings and system settings. Here I'm going to change this to 301 so it stops giving me the choice that I don't want. Okay, so that's it in terms of adding those landers. They're buried here in, somewhere in the mix of all my mini landers. I'll go through actually building a funnel and dealing with the tracking links and how you connect everything together in a different video. For now, adding those landers is very, very simple. They're just an asset in the system which you need to add here so you can use it while building later. And that's pretty much it. So I'll see you in the next video.